Mrs. Claus here. How are you doing today? It's so nice to have you back. You know, Santa and I have been talking, and something that we have noticed for the longest time is that a simple act of kindness can actually change somebody's life. We see it happen all the time. It's very simple. I have a story that it actually takes place not too long ago, but in a simpler time. There was a young man, and he was putting himself through school. All by himself. There were no student loans or grants or anything like that during that period. So he would go door to door, selling things. And at the end of one day, he was so tired and he was so hungry that he swore that the next door that he went to, he would ask whoever opened that door for a meal. Well, he knocked on the next door, and it was opened by a young woman. Well, the young man just didn't have the courage to ask for a meal, so he asked for a glass of water. Now, this young woman was a very, very wise young woman, and she looked at the young man and she could tell that he needed a little more than a glass of water. So she went to the kitchen and she came back with a nice big glass of milk. Oh, the young man was so grateful he drank the whole glass very quickly, mind you. And as he handed the glass back to the young woman, he asked her, "How much do I owe you for this? This was so kind of you." And she looked at him and she said, "No, nothing. My mother always taught us, never, ever have someone pay for a kind act." Well, they parted ways, and the years went on, and the young woman became old. And she lived in a small town, and because it was a small town, when she got ill with a very strange disease, nobody knew what to do. And she got sicker and sicker until finally she was told to go to the big city, to a hospital, to specialists who may be able to help her. And she did that. She went to the specialist and they kept her in the hospital. And this one specialist looked at her and he really, really thought that he could help her. And he worked with her very, very hard, searching and trying to find what was wrong with her until he discovered what her problem was, and he got her better. But she had been in the hospital a long time, so she was very, very concerned about how much all this was going to cost. She went home, and the bill was mailed to her, and she opened the envelope, and she looked at the bill very quickly, and she looked at the price of the bill. And then she looked at the side of the bill. And it said, "Paid in full for a glass of milk." You never know. And with that, we hope you go out into the world. A few kind acts here and there would be wonderful. Blessings. Bye-bye.